Now this one, Coffee Shop AU, I immediately want to put it in untouchable. It's my personal first S tier.
Cloud, I require a double large caramel macchiato.
Please?
Sure.
Can that be mine? Yay. I
mean,
love...
if it's your personal fave, then absolutely go for it.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I mean, it's also like,
It's a classic.
Yeah.
Everyone knows about coffee shop AUs. You can't go wrong with a coffee shop AU.
Especially people who watch anime. Jesus Christ, why is there so much coffee in anime?
Secret Agents AU.
I would put that probably in the same place as like Mafia. I don't think I've actually read any Secret Agents AU.
I don't think so either. I mean, if they were written like, if they had like a Spy Kids kind of vibe to the Secret Agents thing, yeah, I'd probably like keep it in, I'd probably bump it up to pretty good, because that would be really fun. But as it is,
I might say put it down a tier actually.
Yeah, I'll second that. Okay, Apocalypse AU.
Again,
I love apocalyptic fiction. I don't know how this would apply to specifically fanfic, but I love apocalypse stories.
They can be fun.
I'm not usually a fan of them, to be honest. Like if they're well done, obviously I enjoy them. For this, I would probably, for my personal list, I would probably put it if there isn't anything else to read. But if you guys want to put it higher, go ahead.
I'll put it here, because I enjoy them too. Kids AU.
They are the kids, not where they have kids.
Yeah, let's determine it based on the Cloud Strife Sephiroth model.
I don't know who these characters are. I don't know anything about Final Fantasy.
Okay, basic. A quick recap. Sephiroth spends all of Final Fantasy VII bullying Cloud, and then he spends the next 20 years in pop culture doing exactly that.
Okay, I find with like AUs where the characters are kids, it goes one of two ways. Either it's like really, really, really cute, and you're just like, oh, they're just little kids and they're having fun, or they go like really, really weird and like uncomfortable really fast, and there's no in between. I've never read an okay kids fic. Yeah. I've only read really good ones or really terrible ones.
I think it would make sense if if they were like childhood lovers or something in like a romance story, that would make a little bit more sense. It's like, okay, so there's two, there's the typical two that are like, you could explore how their childhood was and whatever. But like, if you were to suddenly make like an apocalyptic villain and a world-saving hero into children, it'd be kind of funny, but then it would also just be stupid.
Oh no, okay, the bad ones that I'm talking about are usually like they'll have like two kids that like they'll take two characters that they ship, and they'll make one or both of them kids, and then still have them do like, stuff as kids, and those ones are awful. Yeah.
I wouldn't pick one up. So what do you think? Absolutely not.
No, because they can be good. I want to put them in okay, I think. Just because, again, in my experience, they go one of those two ways. And if it's the bad one, it always comes out of no expecting it.
So they're like a hit and miss, or hit or miss.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, Gabe, unless you want to say otherwise.
No, I don't really have an opinion on this one, to be honest.
Okay, so I think there's a couple more down here. So, let's go with this one, Florist AU. Is it just like a coffee shop?
It's like a coffee shop AU, except with like a flower shop instead.
Okay,
they're very, very similar to coffee shop AUs. I'm a fan. They always have like the people come in and be like, how do you say fuck you and flower? And then the person like puts together a bouquet that says, they're so funny. They're ridiculous, but I love them.
I have a super important question.
Yes?
What's up?
Could the B movie be classified as Florist AU?
I have never finished the B movie, so I can't answer that question.
I think.
Wait, hang on. The more pressing, you haven't finished the magnum opus of our time.
I can't
Alex,
watch.
come on.
Cannot watch
You-
it. It
Why
makes me-
not?
It's so uncomfortable.
It's
The bee and the woman do not actually fuck, okay? It's just
I
implied.
know.
okay. Says you.
I know, but
Says
like
you
it's
naysayer.
too much. I cannot get through it. I've tried a few times and I just cannot do it.
Listen, not everyone is strong enough.
I can't even do it for the memes, okay?
Oh my god.
That's that's so funny.
I'm getting off topic. Reunion AU.
Like a high school reunion?
I
Or
guess like a reunion in general, so like
I would assume it means high school reunion. I don't think I've actually seen this before.
is it would it typically just be a high school reunion? Because I'm thinking like a reunion in general. Like
I'm
between like two heroes or
like
something.
characters getting together and for
I
one
think
last crazy ride
I'd
after
imagine.
it'd be like these characters haven't seen each other in a while and they come back. They like meet each other again, and things kick off from there.
Yeah.
Which could happen at a high school reunion or could just happen in general. Or like a family reunion or something.
I don't know if I would personally read that. I think for the sole purpose, like there's other more interesting stories to
I would say
lean
put that
into.
in if there isn't anything else to read.
Yeah. Okay.
you know.
I would put it.
Um
Medical AUs are
I'm just gonna
Medical AUs are actually pretty fun, in my opinion. This is coming from someone who can't stand like Grey's Anatomy or like doctor shows or anything.
I was about to ask, is this like the characters are doctors or one of them is in like a medical situation? And like
I've seen both. I imagine it's specifically like it's anything related to like medical stuff. The ones where they have like doctors and patients ending up together are always kind of sketchy. But like if they're like both doctors, or I think those ones are really fun.
maybe not doctors, but I will say I am a low key fan of like of one character like patching up another character and like using that as like a little tension moment.
Oh, I love that.
Good, yeah. Fan of
So
that.
if that counts, then that I would say is pretty good. If that doesn't count, then doctors in general are just okay. I don't like being reminded of scripts. So I guess it depends on what we think.
I think
Counts as
yeah,
medical
I'll
AU.
go with what Gabe said. I think if we were to count that moment, it would definitely be pretty good because I love that moment too. But if it's just like in general, like if it's
I'd say it counts.
okay, so then yeah,
I'd say
pretty
it
good.
counts.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's good.
You can have like really good moments when like character A is hurt or something.
And character B is like patching them up and like fucking tying a bandage around like their wounds and shit. That can be some pretty good shit.
Not even that too. Like you can have like a character B on the brink of death, and then character A is like,
But I never got the chance to tell you I love you.
yeah, exactly.
Okay, are we doing Hanahaki disease next?
I don't know what that is.
Give me
Okay,
a solid
let me
second.
explain. Let me
Okay,
explain.
yeah, you explain it. You explain it.
Hanahaki disease is a fictional disease where like people get like flowers growing in their lungs. Then they can only be saved by like someone being in love with them or something. They're weird. They are
That sounds
very
awesome.
Wait, what?
I
They
would,
have flowers growing in their lungs?
yeah.
That sounds
they, like-
that sounds really poetic, but also
That
kind of
sounds
fucked.
horrible.
I would
Wait,
I
hang on.
I
Yeah,
would
you
put
can
it-
make like
I would put it if there isn't anything else to read because I'm not
Yeah.
really of them.
Oh
you
shit.
could. I feel like you could make a really awesome body horror story out of that, but I don't think that's the idea.
It's not. It's supposed to be like sad and tragic and romantic, and I'm just like,
That sounds like a Junji Ito story.
there's better
You can
ones.
make it a Junji Ito story, Gabe. If
I-
you're writing, you can definitely do it. Let's move on. We've only got like a couple left, so we've got mythology and historical AU.
Yeah. I think both of them are pretty self-explanatory. Correct me if I'm wrong.
So do you want to just pair them wherever, or do you want to pair them together then?
I don't think that you pair them together because they're pretty different, but they're both like self-explanatory, but like they're different enough to not pair them together, I think.
Fair enough
I
then.
think
Okay.
I prefer mythology AUs, but again, because I'm into fantasy.
I do too.
Historical AUs are sometimes good, and sometimes, a lot of times, they're really depressing. So I would put historical AU in, like, if there's nothing else to read in mythology, and like, I don't know if I'd put it in pretty good or if I'd just put it in okay.
I'd probably put mythology AUs in okay.
I might bump up historical AU, but if the consensus is the if I have nothing else to read, then I'm okay with that.
Okay.
I think I just personally like the idea of like seeing, like, it's the same thing with future for me. I like the idea of seeing characters in like unfamiliar situations and how they would like react and interact in different timelines and different like points in history.
Should we just
Whether
do
it's
like? Could we just put them both in okay then?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Historical AUs are like not my cup of tea personally, but
Fair enough. Okay, so that's, I guess, fan fiction.
We
need to stay
gremlin
focused.
bastard men. You need to fuck you, man.
Alex, do you now see what it's like being a podcast host? Director, producer, all
I'm
right,
sorry,
actors.
a podcast host of a bunch of like ADHD writing children. I'm sure normal podcast people don't have it.
I've been at this
ADHD
since...
undergrad children under the influence, dare I say.
Fucking god. Yeah, I've been doing this for 39 episodes and a whole bunch of other things, which you can find on the InkGuild.
You're just self-promoting to the people.
You're self-promoting your podcast on your podcast on the episode that you're on.
That's pretty meta.
Yeah. Ooh, shit.
That's so exciting. Oh my god.
It'll be a decent Christmas gift. Decent.
Yeah, it
It'll
comes
be a
out
good
in
Christmas gift.
October.
Oh, it's a good
Question
Halloween
is,
gift.
Does it come out in October in Spanish or does it come out in October in English?
Oh no, can you imagine? You only have to... I can imagine you going to Duolingo being like, fuck French, man. I need to learn Spanish real fast.
I mean, Spanish and French have a lot in common. Like, you know, it probably isn't that difficult to switch.
There are any people who are Spanish or French listening to this, they're like... There will be some people who are probably thinking, is there? And then the other people who are like swearing at us in their language.
It's a joke. It's a joke. I'm sorry.
We're always kidding here at the InkGuild podcast. More than likely, hopefully. I don't know anymore.